Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you're all okay. This is Becky from Winzigcreations. Just putting my chair up so I can reach. I'm a little bit on the short side. As you probably noticed today at Winzig, we don't have the incense, and there is a reason behind this. I'm still going to light a candle so we can have a peaceful, calm crafting session, particularly if you're not feeling a bit down at the moment. So let's light a candle. That is because my chest is still bad, and this is better than incense when my chest isn't so good. So I thought we'd have this instead. It's nice, still nice. There we go. Voila, pop that there away from the papers. So hope this finds you well anyway. Welcome to Winzigcreations. Today is a craft along, so I hope you got your stuff out. You can always go and get it while I'm waffling. I apologise for the state of my table. It needs a good clean. And I apologise if I cough, but I'm going to try not to as best I can. I have got a drink. So we're working on the vintage ones still. I'll be working on these on and off for a while. I have got something else I need to do for Christmas. A couple of things I need to do for Christmas. So they might be part of our craft alongs. I'd like to do, I'll put them up there now. G Kerrs from Happiness and Crafting. I'd like to do her calendars. But if I do them, they'll just be a craft along. If you want to watch a tuition on how to do it tutorial, just go to G's channel. There's no point in me doing that. She's already done that. And they're her calendars, and she explains it really well. But I might be doing them as a craft along, we'll see. But today we're crafting along with this. I think it's craft along with me 16. Well, don't hold me to that. What I am doing is I'm working through the signatures. I've got, just recap for those who are new, I'm doing 2 vintage. One's got 5 signatures of 5 pages, and one's going to have 3 signatures of 10 pages. Be interesting to see how differently they come out. And I'm concentrating at the moment on my center spreads. So I started this one with you and I finished it off on my own. So I think we made these 2. So since then I've done these 3, and they all flop out like this, and I've embellished both sides. I hope you can see this all right. And this one actually got something in it. That's only so I could make the sides work properly. And then this has got numbers on so people know how and where to fold it in. There we go. It was just a bit of fun to put some numbers on so they know which way around they go. So that's my center, and that one's not in because that'll be sewn in when I do the sewing. So that's the center spread for that one. I enjoy doing center spreads, and I like to have them a bit different from everything else. And then I did this one the other day off camera. I took out the center sheet because it was quite a large one. In fact, this was the center page of this one, and it is a big sheet. So I've taken that one out for now because I've put this big one in, and I don't want these to have more than 5 pages, and this is like a page in itself. So this is one of my envelope center pages. I did one of these with the big one, Thaddeus. It was I cut this one down to fit in here, but it was an A4 envelope, which I've cut across the top. So I'm using those as my pockets. This will be sewn in here. I've glued up that flap, and that one was already glued up. I've left some of the bits on because I like them, you know, tear along here. Don't open along there though. It's got a pocket here, tuck there. It's got this envelope here, which I made a little while ago on camera, I think, but I decided not to use it for what I had. And it's got a little tuck there, and it's got a little tuck there, and so it's got quite a few little tucks besides the 2 great big pockets at the top, which we can put big journal cards in or big tags in, which will stick out the top nicely, I thought. And yeah, I thought that would be quite nice as a centerpiece. It's quite chunky, so, but you know, not too bad. As you can see, it's not too thick. So that's the center of that one. So let's get to the next one. This is another 5-page one, and see what is in the center of this one. Oh, that's a pretty page, isn't it? That's lovely. So I think we'll do something for this page now. I've also got these ones, remember, that I've made before. So we've got 2 already done, you know, I would consider those a centre page, worthy of centre page, because I always like to put something really quite large on the centre page. Can you see all right? I hope you can. I did tilt my camera down a little bit more so you could see a little bit further this way. So yeah, I made them a while ago. That needs another tag in there, look. Yep. So we've got 2 centres done already. I mustn't forget about those. But today I'm going to make, I saw it on an old video of Gayle Gustinelli's. I was channel hopping through YouTube the other night while I was cutting, I think. I can't remember what I was doing. I usually do something when I watch telly and or YouTube. And I came across this old video of hers of a 4 pocket thing. And it was really interesting. I did write down, actually, excuse my arm, I did write down how to make it. I have my little journal here with me when I'm watching YouTube to get ideas. And here it is. I've written it down here. I had put a marker in as well. So things I'd like to make is, I saw a fabric tag on Roxy's. So I think I want to make that at some point. I also want to make some vintage clusters. I have to look at my cluster box. And then the quad pockets, which is what I'm doing to do today. So I've got a few notes there from Gayle on how to do this. So I've got a vintagey bit here. And I've got, you have to, this will be upside down one way, but it doesn't matter. And a plain piece, because I want to embellish them myself. So what we do is we just, this isn't a tutorial. If you want to, again, if you want to see how to do this originally, you need to look up, I mean, Gayle's channel will be listed below in the description, but the actual pocket that she made, you'll have to go to her and see how, I mean, I think if you went, I think she said if you go Gayle Gustinelli 4 pockets or something, you might find it. She didn't exactly know how to find the video herself, but I was watching it, so yep. I'm just going to glue it along here. So, or make notes of this one, and you know, you won't have to hunt for Gayle's, and I'm sure she won't mind. I'll give her credit for it because, you know, as I say, this was her idea. I don't know where she got it from, but it's quite an old video of hers, so you know, somebody else might have done it before. I don't know. So we're just folding these in half to start with. And I guess there's lots of variations. Now, do I cut that off? No, I'm not going to. I thought I could cut the edging off, but I've decided, because it's not white, I'm not going to bother, because I do want these 2 bits of paper the same size. So I'm leaving that on. And we're just going to glue along here. Excuse me. So, how are you all? I hope you're all well. I'm recording this on the Thursday before the Saturday when it goes out. So, here in Little East Riding, Yorkshire, well, it's not little, it's a massive county actually. Here in my little village in East Riding, Yorkshire, it is snowing. Snowing quite hard. And it's settling down as well. But I think later on the temperature's going to pop up a little bit, so it'll all melt, which is fine. I like to look at it out the window, but I'm not very keen on driving in it. Now, what does Gayle say? You have to fold these. I'm folding the first one. Where's my scoreboard? Actually, I don't know if I'll need my scoreboard, actually. These are very thin bits of paper. So is this going to be the top one? The first one? I don't know. Yes. Yes. So I think she said 7.5 inches. Fold this at 7.5 inches. Mind you, she got different size paper to me, so, but I'm just sort of following her ideas. I'm just going to, I want to get all my, just going to pop, this one has to be at 5.5. Kind of following what she's doing, what she did. But what I do want to do, yeah, that doesn't work because mine's taller and hers wasn't. Doesn't matter. Does not matter, I don't think. I want to get all my pocket bits, you know, all my thumb notches the same. I know it doesn't matter. It can be higgledy-piggledy. That won't matter either. But for easier on the eye if they're all level, isn't it? Oops. And because I've got quite a few pages, I might be able to get my big one to work. That should be good. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. that was hard work. I watched a video last night on Tracy Fox was doing talking about tools, mainly punches for tags, you know, because she likes making tags. And yeah, I couldn't agree with her more. I mean, totally agreed with her ideas, her you know, what she thought about punches. That's a good video to watch if you're a newbie, if you want to know what sort of things to buy. So yeah, I'm just going to fold that again at 1.5. Sorry, I'm just reading what I've written. 1 inch and 1.5 inches, so I need to do it at 1 inch as well. Of course, being American, it's all in inches, which is fine, but I prefer to work in centimetres, but I can do inches as well, or half inches. That's about 1/2 inch, thereabouts. So this sort of folds in a different sort of way. There. Oh, that's not right. That's right. That's how it goes, I think. That's how it goes, and that goes in here like this, like that, like that, and like that. That's how they go. Here we go. Can you see? I'll have to ink them so you can see these ones. And then you lift it up, and that one is glued to there. And that one is glued to there. Right. Just do some inking, woman, and then you can see what you're doing. These don't need much because they're coffee dyed anyway. As it's going into a vintage one, I'm going to do a bit of vintage photo. So do you like snow? I don't know. As I say, I don't mind it to look at all. I think it's quite pretty. It does leave everything extremely wet. I think I've done that bit. No, it's this bit. It does leave stuff extremely wet. But I had a bit of a calamity last week. I did. I don't know if I've told you, and I apologise if you've heard all this story already. My fridge broke, which if it had been this week, it wouldn't have been so bad. I could have just stuck the stuff outside, but last week it was a lot warmer. So I had to get a new fridge very quickly. And that was my Christmas money. You know, I put some money to one side to buy a few little gifts for a few people. Mainly my granddaughter and things, you know. I don't go mad at Christmas. Anyway, I put a little bit, so just not a lot, just a bit. Help. I don't believe in going into debt. And nope, this way round. It's I don't know if you'll see these, but I'm inking them anyway. Yeah, it just stopped working. It was very old, so you know, and it was secondhand when I got it, so I can't complain. My fridge freezer dying like that, but it was an inconvenient time, especially as earlier in the year my washing machine broke as well. So 2 major appliances in 1 year is a bit of a tall order, really, isn't it? You just live on your own some. But hey, that happens as you get older. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Sorry. Things do break, you know, because you've had them. You end up having them a long time. Let's see if I can do this now. Glue this in properly. I think you glue the 1 inch in first. As I said, this isn't a tutorial. You have to go to Gayle's, but it might be too big for whatever you're doing as well. I might trim these down, I'll see. So you put the 1 inch there with that there like that. Get that lined up. And then you glue the 1/2 inch to the 1 inch. I couldn't understand why she was doing this at first, but it does make sense. It does make it, it means, what it means, gosh, this glue's not coming out very well. It means that they'll flop both ways rather than just, otherwise they'd end up being like a concertina thing, you know. That's better. That's better. A bit more glue. There we go. And we'll glue you down. There. Oh, I may have done this completely wrong. Let's have a look. Right, that goes like that. That goes like that. That goes like that. And that goes... Yes, well, we'll glue that one down, I imagine. But what it means, if you glue the back one down, You can flick that over, you can flick that over, and you can flick that over. Lovely. It worked perfectly. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, I'm going to ink, because these flip over, I'm going to ink these. So what are you working on? Let me know in the comments what you're working on. I'd really like to know. Are you just working on Christmas stuff now, or have you got other things on the back burner, you know? Other things going on as well. I've printed off the Barbara from 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Hansel. I printed off their December, I can't say the word that they use, you know. It's December and it's ephemera combined. And I printed off their prompts. Not entirely, I think I'll be doing it. Anyway, I donated a bit of money and printed it off. And I thought, I'll have a look and see. And I do like what they do, but it's a little bit more grungier than I do. Not grungy so much, it's a little bit more out there than I do. But it's beautiful stuff, don't get me wrong. They're very talented, the pair of them. Yeah. I do mixed media, but I don't tend to do much mixed media in my journals as such. I tend to do it on canvases. I'm in the process of doing a mixed media canvas at the moment, which I could try and show you in the new year, but it is very big. It's nearly, you know, it's a full-size canvas. I'm doing it in, actually doing it in memory of my dog. It's a dog one, and it's got some quotes on it and things. Right, that's fairly well inked. Right, I want to embellish it now. Excuse me, just having a quick swig of my coffee. I won't have any tags big enough for this, I don't think. Have I? This is my biggest tag at the moment. We'll probably do this. Might do this one. Let's see if it'll fit in here. I haven't done the corners on this, so it's not going in. Oh, get in there. Oh no, that's too small. Oh, it fit in that one quite well. It'll be a bit big for that one. Anyway, I'm going to make a masterboard and make some fresh big tags, I think. I'll go through my tags first. Let's get this embroidered. Not embroidered, embellished. I was doing some embroidery earlier. Oh, what's amazing, I made these up while I was crafting the other day as well. I've embellished all of these little pockets. Some of them are tiny pockets. I don't know that I'll use them all, but I thought I'd get them ready to use. And I did these ones as well. I've got two of these. That's quite nice, isn't it? That one or the dark one? Or the dark one. We'll do the dark one. Well, we'll put this on here then. That's this little bit embellished then, isn't it? And we'll pop that on there. That'll be a nice pocket popped under there, won't it? I'm going to put some other bits on as well. I'd like to put a bit of washi on, I think. I've got all my things here. Let's move some over there, out the way. And here's my washi. Faux washi, sorry, for those of you. You know I mean faux washi anyway, don't you? Stuff I've made myself. It's not actual washi tape from Japan, no. So which one am I doing? Where's the pocket? I'm just sat my box on it. See, having a neutral background like this, I can put anything on here. That's quite nice, isn't it? Verdict's out a bit. This is a bit Christmassy for me, I think, and I'm not doing a Christmas one, but I do like this. I love this piece. And this one isn't transparent. Oh, could be upside down. That one isn't transparent. There's a little bit of pink on this one, you see. So, being completely neutral, I can put a bit of subtle colour on it, can't I? Yeah, that's going to go on there. That is. So I think this chesty thing I've got is here to stay for a while, so I wasn't going to do any more until it went, but you know, I'd be off air for ages, I think. Sometimes in the winter when I get these chesty problems, because I'm asthmatic as well, they can linger, you know. So anyway, I thought if I don't do any videos while I've got this, I'll never get any done. So there we go. I'm doing them regardless, and I apologise if I do, as I said, I'll do my best not to have a coughing session. I have got a hot drink. Pop that on there. Like that. There we go. Like that. Doesn't need a great deal more. I might put a number up there. Where's my medium one? Here it is. Oh no, that's too big. I just want something little up there. She says pulling out something almost. Actually, I quite like that. It's a bit nice. Yeah, I'm going to do that. No, I'm not going to cough. I'm going to take a drink. Right, I can actually put my craft journal away because I've done that now. So my centerpieces, they don't have to go over both pages. It's just usually a larger item, you know, or two of something. So, I mean, I could make another one for the other page, but to start with, I want to see how bulky it gets, you know, before I start adding extra stuff in. Just decided to trim this a bit more. So I'm going to try and get a few videos done today. It's the first day since quite a while now. I've had all day at home without expecting. Well, I had a delivery first thing, but I made it really early so I could get cracking in here, you know. It's the first day in a long time I haven't had to go somewhere, so I thought I'd crack on. And then it does get busy at this time of the year if you're a craft. Well, it gets busy regardless of being a crafter, doesn't it? You know. I have my daughter-in-law's birthday as well in a month's time. Not sure what I'm sorting her out. I'm doing something. I've got something on the go for her for Christmas, but thinking about it, if I got my finger out and got it finished, I could give it to her for a birthday instead. That might be a good idea, actually. I might do that. It's an individual item, so yeah. Let's put this on. I won't go into, just in case she's got some time off work at the moment because she's just got married, so I won't say what it is, just in case she decided to put this video on. Hello, Holly, if you have. While I'm saying hello, I'm going to say hello to a few regulars. I'll say hello to Sammy. She's my other daughter-in-law. And Elaine. Thank you for watching, Elaine, and sharing. That's really kind of you. If I haven't said your name, it's not because I don't appreciate you coming on. It's because I can't remember off the top of my head. Obviously, I can't always tell who viewed. I can only tell who's commented. So if you comment, then you might get a shout out, you see. You probably will get a shout out. A lovely lady put a comment on the other day. Can't remember her name. I'm very sorry, love. About how, you know, I've got a setup because I live in a tiny house, you know. That I like. Shall we put something similar on the back? This is going to take a lot of embellishing, isn't it? These ones, I might put very little on, and then they could be used for writing on as well, I think. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's have a look at these buttons. These have got some really big buttons in here. They're cool. Or what I could do is, so that's like that. That's got something in, that's got something in. You turn it that way, and you could have something there as well, couldn't you? Let's do one of these little window ones in there. I've got a lot of these, so Be nice to use some of these up. This is a small one. We could have a little tag in. It's going to be difficult to get it in and out. Maybe we'd have a side tug, isn't it? Yeah, we could have a little side tack, little side one going in there. I like that. And looking at washi. I'm looking at washi tape again. Ooh, I like you. Put a bit of view down there. I do go quiet when I concentrate sometimes. Well, you've seen what happens if I don't. I make layering mistakes. Or forget completely what I'm doing. Oh, I like that. That's really subtle. That's lovely. You're going there, mister. I think, did I ink these? I don't know that I did. This is another one of the ones that got printed on both sides. Let me just ink these bits of white that I didn't quite cut particularly well. There we are, that'll do. I'm going to put that on that side so something can go in the side there. It's quite nice because you can see through them. Where's my glue? Here it is. I've hummed and hard about putting some acetate on, you know. It would make them stronger, wouldn't it? Let me think about this. It would make them quite a bit sturdier, wouldn't it, if I put some acetate on? But would something, let me just find something to go in for now, just as an experiment. So if that's glued down, I put something in there. Actually, I could do it like that, glue those two and have it. Oh, I think that's what I'll do. That makes it, yes, that's what we'll do. I'm glad I did that. We'll glue at the top and the bottom, and I won't put acetate on this one. I won't put a window in. I'll have to have an empty window. The window is open, but it's going to be like a little belly band instead of a pocket or a tuck. It's going to go there to one side. There. And if I find things get stuck on these, then I will put acetate on. That's the only thing I was worried about, was if you put something in, will it get stuck on? No, it won't. I mean, obviously not a plain item. Yeah, I like that. Let's find something to put on there with it. Dee-dum-dee-dum. Nope, that doesn't do it for me. Let's see if I've got anything else. What's in here? Let's have a little bit of flower, maybe. That's too big. Well, that's nice. Those reds tally nicely, don't they? Quite like that, actually. Right, I'm going to put that on there. And where are my plain ones? Here's a plain one. Just have a plain one poking out. I like to ground my flowers, you see. I like them to be on something. Yep, that'll do. I don't like them floating in midair like that. I like to have them grounded. Oops, I didn't put my glue lid on. That's not good. Until it's cold, look, I've got a jumper on in the house with the heating on. It's pretty grim, isn't it? I don't like working in a jumper either. Especially this fluffy one, because it's fluffy, you know. There we have. I don't think this, I'll just go around the edge, top of here. Put the lid on you. Sorry, I'm just mumbling. I was just saying what I was doing. You can see what I'm doing. Hope you can see all right. Let me just move this up a bit. I hope you can. Popping you down there. Going to glue you with just a bit of glue stick will do. Dry piece, yeah. I like craft alongs because they're not, they're easy going, and you can just craft along. That's the whole point of it with me. Tell me what you're sorting out, or you can just sit, put your feet up and watch. No hurry though. With these, no hurry at all. Yeah, really, I know what I've got to put on there. How about putting something like this on here for writing on? How about popping that there so you can write on it, and then we could decorate round it. We can embellish round it, can't we? What would I like round it? Where are my layering bits? Here they are. Let's do a bit of layering. This is cool. Oh, I do like that. Isn't it funny how you put a piece down and you think, yeah, that's right. A lot of it missing. Let's just put it out a little bit. That's it. Let's pop a number. I want to, well, where'd that go? Over there. I want a number in here. Oh, how about a little bird? Do I have a small bird or a small butterfly? I've got these things piled up there. I should be careful they don't all fall. There's the flat, no, not flower. I want a bird or a butterfly. Small butterfly or a moth. We could have a moth. I thought I had some birds in here. Maybe they're in here. Oh, there's a big bird. I want a little one. Just a little one. Oh, here's a little one. Oh, I've got them going both ways here. Something about that number's annoying me. Don't ask me what, but something is. I like the birds there, though. I might just leave it at that, to be perfectly honest. You don't have to have it all filled up, do you? Right, let's do this. Let's put a bit of ink on top of you. It's going to take me most of the time just to do this one item, I think. They're quite large pieces, these. So let's glue this on. Quite a large set of pockets, really. But when I saw it last night, I thought that'll make an excellent centerpiece. You know, oops. Let's make sure I'm not going on that crease. No. Move you over. Yep. Oh, sorry. Try very hard not to. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet. I am trying to, I've got a lot of videos today, so I am trying to reserve my voice a little bit, if I can. So, have you got anything planned for the weekend? For this weekend? I mean, it's Saturday today, for you guys anyway. When this comes out, it's Saturday. I don't know when you're watching it. So, got any fun plans? Have you got any office do's? Any office Christmas do's? Oh. I've been self-employed most of my life, so I never really did Christmas, you know, office do's as such. I ran my own business and I didn't employ anybody really as such. I mean, I had my son when he was older used to assist me a bit, but I didn't really have a staff as such. So we didn't really have Christmas do's, you know, office do's, so to speak. And the office, I did work in an office when I first left college, but it wasn't something you did back then, strangely enough. Well, the company I worked for didn't anyway. I'm happy with that. What is on here? Glue. We'll wait for that to dry and then we'll... How did that get on there? Tell you what, let's grunge it up. There, that looks better. Right. Yeah, happy with that. What, poking through? Yeah, that's good. Let's do something here. Right, I'm going to put another pocket on here. I might put another one of those. Let's twist it a bit. There we go. Should we put another one of these on? Put it the other side. Put it over here this time. If it's on a, let me just check if it's on a page. It might be a smaller page than this as well. See, that's okay, and that's okay because it'll come down to be tucked in, so it'll stick out there. But no, I can't have anything sticking out here, can I? Really, because it'll bash the hinge. It'll bash the spine. So they've all got to come out this side if I'm having them out the side. Right. So I go here. And we can have this one here. I like this. Yeah, we'll put that there. Does any of it need inking? That does a bit. I'm going to do a new page so I don't get any ink on it. I mean, we could have this as writing as well. But that could be quite difficult if it's off the page, so we'll have it as another like belly band type thing. I'm going to glue that down so it doesn't get bent or anything. Yeah, I had my food delivery come quite early this morning, so I had the rest of the day to myself. Oh, he wasn't a particularly happy chappy delivering, but there you go. It's his job. Maybe he wouldn't want to come out in the snow. Yep. I want a bit of, let's put my lid on, my pin in. Sorry, need to do that. Right, looking for some nice washi tape. I think there's something a bit brighter on here because it's a clear one. How about you? You're nice. I like you. Put a bit of you on. Let's put a bit of this one on. Tear it. There we go. This one isn't clear. It's solid, this one, so we'll ink it up. And we have birds on the other one. I don't know what I'll put on this one. Butterfly, maybe. That still flap around? Yep, that still goes nicely. Let's have a look at the butterflies. Where are my butterflies? Here they are. Whoops, sorry. I'm a bit warm in my jumper now. Oh, he's nice, isn't it? I quite like him there. Oh, well, that's going there. I like that. Done. Do I want anything little on there as well? I like that up there. Oh, I like it down there. That's it. You go over there. Right, let's make sure you're glued down well because I don't want you catching on the Make sure there's no glue down here. No. And whatever goes in that. Oh, run out of glue. Let's just use this bit up and then I'll get a new one out. Let's pop you back in there. We'll use you up later on. Just a new one out. Oops, right way around. There we go. Pop you up there. As long as you're well glued down, you should be fine. Right, just got a new one out. It's in my cupboard here. There we go. And do you need inking? A little bit. Whoops, come on. They're a bit stiff when they start. There we go. 1919. I liked it down here, didn't I? That's where I liked it. There we are. Yep, I'm happy with that. Excuse me. That was nice. Nice good coffee. Yep. Still flapping nicely. Right, we're going to put another writing piece on here. I've got all these writing bits. Let's see what we've got. So we've got that one's nice. Oh, 2 hearts. Don't want them. That's the same as the other one, I think. Pretty much. But I like this tall one. I like this long one. Sorry. Pop him there. Let's get rid of this rubbish from my washi tapes, which I've left lying around. Actually, I think I'm going to put it this way, because I always put the washi tape down there. Did I? Oh. No, I put it that side on that one, that side. No, I usually put it, I might put it across. Don't have to have washi tape, of course, but I had those lovely numbers that I used before. Here they are. Haven't used these on here, have I? No. I like these numbers. They're cool. Right. Quite like that idea. Think about that. Oh, I like that too. I need something to ground it. You clash, but something like that, I think. Let's see what I've got in here. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, might cut you out better. They don't clash badly, and I quite like that. Just wanted a bigger piece. Let me just cut this out. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Just cutting this out to make it look like it's what it's supposed to be looking like. Sorry, gone quiet again. I was watching a bit of Winzigcreations the other day, and Gayle again, and looking at her frames. They were Christmas frames, the ones she had, but I do like frames. It's not something I've used a lot, but I like the effect. So I think I might try and make some frames and see how it goes. I've got loads and loads of acetate and vellum and stuff, which I hardly ever use. I do use the vellum occasionally, but you know. Oh. That's fine, but we need something up here. Now, then we could have a butterfly now. A pretty little butterfly, it's a bit big. That's nice. Yep, we'll just do that one because I like it. Just going to cut it out a bit more. I know they give you a lot of edge sometimes, and it's not white, so I don't have to cut it really low, but I don't like too thicker edge. Don't like my edges too thick. I will get round to making those wire little antennae as well, little feelers. Maybe that's something I could do today. I could do a tutorial on that, couldn't I? That'd be good. Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm half mumbling to myself and half talking to you. I do apologise. But yeah, because I can't, I find it very fiddly cutting around these. I mean, I know a lot of people do. A lot of people find it a real pain. And a lot of people just cut them off and leave it, which is fine. I've lost my ink pad at the moment. There it is. And a lot of people put thread under it and all sorts of things. But I was doing something with wire the other day. I was making some flowers actually. And I suddenly thought, I could make these with this, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a tutorial next anyway, so that would be really good fun, wouldn't it? There's quite a bit of, it's not white though. It's just bright white that I find offensive. I don't like bright white, but I don't mind it when it's like creamy coloured like this. It's not bothers me at all, really. Let's put a little bit of extra ink on though. There we are. Lid. Okay. What do I do with the lid? It's underneath. Oh dear. I slept well as well. Huh. Right, let's do some gluing. I think you need to go on first. There we go. Let's tear that off. I don't want any glue on it. So I hope this isn't too boring for you. I'm not doing a massive amount of talking, I am aware. I'm just trying to save the old voice box a little bit. But yeah, I told some of you last time my son's wedding went off beautifully. He got married last Saturday, and it was like a fairy tale. It was a beautiful wedding, absolutely stunning. So congratulations to them. Yeah, it was lovely. Despite the fact that Storm Claudia decided to arrive, thankfully most of that was on the Friday and not the Saturday. I had to drive over in it, but you know, yeah, it wasn't so bad, you know, that it spoilt anything. And my little granddaughter, who's 18 months, oh my word, she was a good girl. Well, most of the children were very good, to be perfectly honest. There weren't that many, but yeah, she was an absolute angel, considering she wasn't feeling particularly well as well. You know, she did fabulously well. And my older granddaughter, who's 12 going on 18, she was a brilliant bridesmaid as well, and she was brilliant all evening. There was one little girl there who's 6, and she, you know, there was no 6-year-olds, there was no children anywhere near her age. They were either babies, littlies, or Penelope, or Paige, you know, who's 12. And bless her, she played with her virtually all night, kept her entertained. She was such a star. She really was, bless her. No, I need something here, don't I? Yes, I do. I need something there. It looks weird when it closes. Yeah, need something there. Let's have a look at, let's get my bone folder out and give this a good fold. Good crease. Don't think I've done that yet. There we are. That's better. Let's see. What box do we want for this? Let's try this one first. I can't find what I want in this one. We can. Got to make sure it looks alright. No, that doesn't look alright with the rest. I need some plain ones of these, I think, really. That actually looks fine. I like that. It blends better than the other one. Let's move those out of the way. Let's pop him there. Just take that slither of white off. And find a dry piece on my book to glue him. There. Yes, that definitely finishes that off. And it looks fine when it's open as well. Good, good. Right, we're using those things on the inside, aren't we? Right. It's slightly twisted. Still wants to move that bit, doesn't it? Anyway, let's put another little pocket on it. So we've had a pocket and 2 of those. So let's do another little pocket. Should we do another little pocket? Because when you flip it down, yeah, the pocket will be the right way up. Want a pocket? Shall we have a look at the pockets and see what we've got in the way of something a bit different on here? Pull my basket over so we can all see what I'm doing. Here's some pockets. Don't want anything too big. How about that? That's nice, isn't it? You see? I like that. it'll tuck in there, and it'll, if I do it tight, it should stay in when you close it, when it's closed. So I'm not going to put gussets or extra paper. I'm just going to do a little snug pocket. And I might put a bit of writing paper on it as well, actually. Oops, I didn't want it to do that. I want it as tight as possible. It's unusual, isn't it? Normally we make them, excuse me, loose, don't we? But I want that really tight, and snug something little in there. Nope, that's too big. I was just thinking about having a small writing spot as well, actually. Take that out. You could write. No, not bother. I'm not going to bother. I am going to have something on there though. I wonder, what do I want on there? I'm just going to put something. I'm going to put a butterfly on, and I'm going to put a couple of little labels on. That's just going to be it, I think. Put a bit of colour on it. There we go. And then a couple of little labels. One of these. Oh no, not that one. Can you see all right? One of these, because the page is quite plain, so I can, oh, I like that. That could go there. And if I stick them down well, they won't catch. And I think a little bit of washi underneath it, but not that one. Quite like that. Sorry, I keep saying that's very annoying, isn't it? Try not to say anymore. There we go. This one goes this way. Let's put this on. Excuse me. Yeah. Is this sticky? Yeah, it is. Pop that there. I'm not sure if this is a piece of washi tape or just a random piece of paper. It is washi tape because I've this looks a bit weird just there, really. And there. Maybe I didn't cut it out very well. Probably what happened. That looks better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Let's just get some ink on it as well. Right. Oh, I'm not very well organised, am I? I'm just looking for the lid for this. There it is. I don't want it to go dry. Here we go. Gosh, I don't know how long we've been recording. Quite a while. I try and get this piece finished, released with you, you know, so we've got one piece finished. There we go. If I touch it any more times, there'll be no sticky left. There. That's going on there. I know you probably can't see the difference. I noticed that on camera myself. Sometimes when people ink things, you can't always tell the difference. You're thinking, why is she inking that? It doesn't make any difference. But it does, you know, in person, so to speak, make a difference. So let me know if you'd like anything Christmassy done. And I will do some Christmassy bits. Maybe in December. I'm not one for doing Christmas really early, you know. But I know, I understand, you know, you have to make things and get them. Some people, I have to get mine sent off, so I understand the need to do that as well. So let me know if you want any Christmassy things doing. Like I'll do maybe a couple of the calendars, you know, which are going to be Christmas gifts. Or little. I've got a group of ladies that I go and see every Wednesday afternoon. And often we give each other Christmas cards, but this year we've decided not to do Christmas cards, but to donate a bit of money to a local charity, which I think is a nice idea. However, I still like to give them a little something. Being a crafter, you always want to give a little something. So I'm going to give them all a little calendar. There, I like that. Let's see if we've got time just to do something on this one. And then I'll call it a day. Might make this one. That one's writing. This will be quite a lot of writing you could do on there, but I could put one of these on. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I will. How about that one sticking out the side? I could reinforce that and we could put something on it. Just reinforce this little tab here with something scrappy. Here we go. There's some scrappy bits. Oh, you're a scrappy bit. Let's glue you on this bit. I just want to reinforce this edge. So when I put something on that, there, probably go that way, not quite. I'm sorry, you may not be able to see what I'm doing. I'm just reinforcing this little bit of a tab here. There we are. Cut around that, and then I can stick an eyelet in there. I don't need to reinforce all of it. It doesn't need to be really big and bulky. Just this bottom bit. This is just one of my bits of card that I use for stamping on anyway, so it's out of the scrap. And I've done a little bit of that as well, so the tag doesn't come off, you know, because it's too heavy or something. There we are. Happy with that. So if we, I might put the hole in now so I don't forget. And the eyelet in now, so we quickly do this. Pop you in there. Lovely. Eyelet. Quick eyelets. Oh, they're not eyelets. These are eyelets. I don't think I've got any. Oh, I have got. Nope. Have I got any? Oh, yes, I have. Here. I have to use my hammer with them, but I won't do it on. I won't do it on camera because it'll probably deafen you because they don't bend down properly. Those ones. But I've got a little jewellery hammer that I hammer it with, and it looks a treat. But for now, we'll just do the best I can for now. There we are. That's in. Good, good. Actually, that worked quite well. That's not even no sharp or anything. Right, let's pop you on here. So we can dangle some. Oh, yes, I'm happy with that. This is gluey. I don't know how Gayle does it. She seems to glue on the same. Helps if you take the lid off, doesn't it? She seems to be able to glue on the same bit of paper numerous times. I can't. Once is enough for my paper, my glue. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it really? We glue on scrap paper, so I didn't like my pen's getting heavy. Happy with that? Yeah. Right, we'll put just a couple other things on here. I have these giant butterflies that I don't know what to do with. So I thought it might be quite cool to put one under there. Yeah, I think I might actually, as a bit of fun. Yeah, that's fine. It's all a bit dull. Let's just see if I find something with a bit of colour in it. I don't mind antique, but vintage, but I do like a bit of colour. No, muted colour is what I like that better. So he's going on. Well, this one, the other one's empty. Let's quickly do this because I think we've been going over an hour now. Pop him there, straight, preferably. And glue you on. Whoops, whoops. It's the trouble with very big butterflies, isn't it? There we go. And there you go. Oh, that covers that thing up almost completely, but it doesn't matter. I might put something there, I'll see. But there we are. Let's get you straightened up again with the bone folder. You go here. You go there. Where's my bone folder? Keep straightening you up, don't I? Maybe I didn't glue you very straight. If you make one of these, make sure you get that on straight. There! Happy with that though. Yeah, very happy with that. I might soften the corners. So that's going to make a lovely middle of the page, middle of the, is this the one? This is the one, isn't it? Journal. Oh, this is the page, sorry. Because it's nice and big. Look at that, fits on perfectly. Put it towards the edge. Got a few things going in. That's going to be quite chunky, so I probably won't want anything on that side as well. Yeah, happy with that. We'll put it on there in a minute, but for now, I'm going to say goodbye to you and tidy up my desk and sort something else out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little craft along, and maybe something new that you haven't seen. As I say, it's Gayle's idea. I can't take the credit. Oh wow, it's really snowing now. And I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye now.